What if you were afraid of nothing? Nothing. Man, beast, financial, bankruptcy, nothing. Do you understand what that would mean? How would your life have changed? Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. I'm not afraid of anything. I should be dead by now. I've been run over by a charging buffalo. Got up, chased it down, killed it. Killed a Kodiak bear with a knife. You can't kill me. I believe that with all my heart. You can't kill me. And of course, the people that I've talked about, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Rockefeller, Steve Jobs, they're all tough. Snowflakes melt under pressure. In 1986, the average man's handshake pressure was 118 pounds. 2016, 96 pounds. Testosterone levels in sperm counts tested 50 years ago, and today they're producing 60 to 70% the amount of testosterone levels in sperm counts as they did. We're dying out. They're deathly afraid of everything. Everybody's scared to death of what might happen, and so they want to come across as your friend. It's like my snowflake test. You know, the first question, paraphrasing it, what would you do if somebody spit in your wife's face? And the answers range from, well, I try to ascertain what kind of day he was having. And if he had a bad day, I try to be understanding. I'd be in prison for murder. I would beat the guy to death.
Is that what we need today? Everybody?
No, I'm not saying that's me, though.
Okay.
But I am advocating that the guys act like they had a pair. There's never an easy time to make a hard decision. Never. But what you have to be able to do is pull the trigger, take action. And reading books and listening to podcasts is not taking action. It's just another form of procrastination. The main differentiation between the high-performance people is they believe in the extraordinary. Remember yesterday I said you're never going to exceed your highest and wildest expectation. For those of you that want to be a millionaire, you're never going to make 10 million. For those of you that want to be 10 million, you're never going to make 100 million. For those of you that want to make 100 million, you're never going to be a billionaire. Because psychologically, see, your subconscious doesn't know you're full of. Your subconscious starts to slow down. When you get, let's use the 100 million number, at 75, 79, 82, 89, 91, and then you're asleep at 96 million. And you may stumble over the goal at 100 million by accident. I have 3 regrets in life. 1, I'm a combat-trained Army officer who never saw combat. 2, the night before my mother died, I told her, God damn it, you're not gonna die, quit f***ing around. She's dead in the morning. And the 3rd, I didn't set my goals high enough. Jack Welch said it much better than I. There's no such thing as work-life balance. There are work-life choices, and you make them, and they have consequences. There are consequences that I didn't go to our daughter's sweet 16 birthday party. There are consequences. But are they greater than the consequences of you being dirt broke when you die? You ask yourself that. Would you rather make a choice between your daughter's 16th birthday or you being flat broke, huddled up in a corner, homeless, whenever your time comes? You tell me. But conventional wisdom, political correctness, has it all backwards. You're a bad person because you missed her birthday, right? You're a bad person because you celebrated Christmas in January, right? Horse. And the pundits that give you this horse are poor themselves. Next, you've got to get by your friends. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future, right? You're hanging out the pub, belching and farting. Those people that you're going to the sports bars, those are your friends. Then there's just general pessimists. Then there's your own guilt. Do I deserve to be wealthy beyond measure? Then there's fear, false expectations appearing real. And then there's this plain society that wants to hold you down. Strange times are these in which we live when the old and the young are taught falsehoods in school. And the person that does tell the truth is called a lunatic and a fool. But John Lennon said it a little differently. Being honest may not get you many friends, but it will always get you the right ones. And what I want you to do from this point forward, no matter if you hated what I said or the way I said it, is choose carefully the people that you associate with. Warren, back when he used to send out tweets, Buffett that is, you will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing things with logic, and power is restraint. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe, let things pass. In my day, they used to say, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you. Now it's just the opposite. There are major universities in this country, on this planet, that have safe rooms, that have safe buildings, that if life becomes too stressful, you go to that building. If your adult child needs a safe space to avoid offensive words, you failed as a parent. Most of us care what other people say, and most people care what other people think. And if you can just reduce that emotional baggage just a little, you have no idea how much freer you're going to be and how much more you're going to accomplish in your life. Most people just have poor habits. And, I've had these same habits for about 50 years now. When I do feel wimpish, I just say, what's wrong with you? Come on. And I just go out and do it. And I know that if I hadn't built up these habits 20, 30 years ago, at age 70, I certainly wouldn't be doing this. I mean, good habits are hard to come by. But what's even harder to come by are people that have good habits that you can be around. Machiavelli said, a ruler is judged by who he surrounds himself with. If I were to decide what kind of person you were by the people that you are closest to, what would I think of you? How would I judge you?
So people don't spend enough time selecting that peer group, even if they have the good habits. You're saying that's not enough.
Yeah, because they go to default.
Okay. What are some of your other good habits, high performance?
I never give tacit approval, but I go out of my way to make sure that if I hear bull, I tell them it's bull.
Keeps you with the right people. It
Correct.
gets your message out loud and clear.
Correct.
All right, no tacit approval, good. Give me a couple more.
Sam Walton's sundown rule. That means that before he left the office every day, everything on his desk, every message that came in, he answered. So I clear my desk every day.
All right, so over-communicate, and other people should too.
The thing that most of you lack in is time management. The reporting system I use is the reporting system I use as a young officer with NATO. And it's basically, what are you going to do? What are your goals for the day? What did you accomplish yesterday? And challenges. And then the following week, you didn't, when you say what you accomplished, if what you accomplished doesn't relate back to the goals you had set for the week, then there's a disconnect. Well, if you said you were going to do this on Monday, and then on the next week you didn't do it, didn't you do it on Monday, you didn't do it the whole week. And challenges come up, speed bumps, I call speed bumps. You broke your leg, you did this, you did that, now to me, those aren't speed bumps, When I showed up for my meeting with Klaus Kleinfeld in a wheelchair with a drip, I was almost dead 3 days before. I mean, that's commitment. Kids are not programmed for success, but once in a while there are kids that were programmed. That's little Tiger Woods when he's 3 years old on television, showing him how to hit a golf ball. The Williams sisters were programmed for success since they were little. I was programmed by accident. What have you done to program your children for success? My dad only had one goal for me growing up, to keep me alive till I reached the age of reason. So my mother spent her whole life trying to make me what she wasn't. Can you say the same for you, your parents, your children? No. So I'm not here by accident. And yet I still push the envelope. I believe with all my heart, you were meant to achieve. I believe, and this is the only religious thing I'm going to say, is I believe whoever the put us here, however the we got here, we were put here to be all we can be. not a fraction thereof.
They told me pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, a newborn king to see, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, to lay before the king, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. So to honor him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, when we for you, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, on my drum. Yeah, yeah, he smiled at me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, me and my
Welcome to Divine Intel. Today is November the 25th, 2021. And what is supposed to be called Christmas in November. And here with me is Carrie McCoy.
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas.
So, for those who don't know anything about it, well, first of all, welcome to my new YouTube channel.
Yes.
The YouTube channel is called, what is it called?
The Faceless Elite Channel.
The Faceless Elite Channel. So you are seeing the first live show on the the Faceless Elite Channel. And I don't think I need to explain to you why I'm doing this new channel. I don't think that you need any explanation. You can figure out for yourself. Am I sorry that I brought somebody? No. I'm not sorry about it. I know what I'm doing. So, I'm not the only one who's been banned. And that's all I can tell you. So, like I was saying, and Karen has been following me, everybody on my jets, in the Telegram. By the way, you're going to see the links in my Telegram, my private Telegram, underneath the box in YouTube. You also will see my link on my special report that talks about the Zimbabwe. And you will see the different links there for my online store, everything you need. All right. So let's talk about Christmas in November. Because, prophets have been talking about, 3 prophets talk about that we will have Christmas in November. We hope that this is the Christmas that they're talking about right now. We are in November, right?
Yes, we are. At the end.
And I mentioned that before that Christmas in December. When is Christmas?
December 25th.
And today is November 25th.
It is.
And I said, look, if we're talking about Christmas in November, we should have a real Christmas today. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to start last night on the 24th, and it's supposed to be today. So we need evidence. Yes or no, Karen?
Absolutely. What's going on, Ben?
Okay, so we need evidence. That's what we need. We need evidence that the Lord is speaking to the prophets. And we need to know if we're really going to have Christmas in November. Today is November the 25th. We are celebrating Thanksgiving Day in the United States.
Yes.
So let's assume that today is Christmas. We need evidence. Because evidence is all about. I'm going to bring you the evidence. Yes, I'm going to bring you the evidence that today we're supposed to celebrate Christmas. Do you want the evidence?
Absolutely. This is exciting.
Okay, I'm going to bring you the evidence. But before I bring you the evidence, I'm going to show you that whatever is happening in El Salvador, it is happening in Iraq.
Okay.
I will prove it to you. First of all, what is happening in El Salvador? As you know, Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, he's been changing the country, a little country, and making it more prosperous than any country in the world. Now the Bank of America, they said that our economy will grow up at 12.5%. Then the Bank of Reserve of El Salvador say it will grow up at 10%. And then Nayib Bukele just made the announcement that he will create the first city, Bitcoin City in the world. Making it the first cashless society city in the world. Only Bitcoin will be receiving as a payment system. We are expecting to have major casinos in that city. That city will be the equivalent of Las Vegas. It will bring millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of jobs. And why am I saying this? Because the President of the United States, the so-called president, the fake president, Joe Biden, and his administration don't like Nayib Bukele. Recently, the ambassador of the United States she left the country because after many attempts, they did not agree upon a lot of changes that in El Salvador are doing because they're taking all the corrupt in El Salvador. So Joe Biden wants to bring the corrupt back. That's a fact. I'm just giving you facts. And why? Because Joe Biden is corrupt. Just like any corrupt president will support only corrupt, right?
Yep, that's true.
So, the United Nations is a corrupt organization.
Yes.
They will want Nayib Bukele to bring the very corrupt they took over. They take it out, just like Joe Biden. The United Nations organization is such a corrupt organization. They will not support other countries to get away from this and to basically become a prosperous country. They want to keep the world the way it is. The richer more richer and the poor more poor. Mm-hmm. And don't take my word if you don't want to believe me, but many prophets have been talking about the same thing, that God has told them that he will diminish the United Nations. The United Nations came out last year in December, and they set up everything for one religion. We report it, and the one religion will be established in Dubai. I believe it is Dubai.
Yes.
And the one religion will be a combination of three religions: Christian, Islam, and Jewish. The problem is that in the Christian church, there will be no cross. And I know many Protestants don't think that the cross is significant. Don't think that the cross has a meaning, especially false prophets. I don't need to mention her name. But the cross has such a meaningful, powerful symbol. Everything it says in the Bible. Did you know that, Karen?
Yes.
Okay? No, the cross is not a symbol of death. For many Protestants, they believe that the cross is a symbol of death. It is not. The cross is a symbol of life.
And victory.
And victory. But false prophets don't believe that. False prophets are telling you, Daddy told me that he doesn't like to see the cross. Yes or no?
They do, but that is so false.
See?
That's not.
See,
not
be
God's
careful
voice.
who you listen to. Be careful who you listen to. If there is no cross, there is no Jesus. If there is no table to eat the flesh and drink the blood, there is no Jesus. And that's what they want to implement in that region, a false Christianity. So now let's listen, let's read this article. It came out yesterday. And I will show you to you that whatever is happening in Iraq, it is happening in Iraq. Al-Amiri accuses Plancurt, well, how do you spell? This is a French name.
Yeah, Placer.
Placer, right? So Al-Amiri accuses Placer of interfering in the elections and the results of if she is the head of the commission. The lady on the right, that's the United Nations representative. It says, Wednesday, November the 24th, that was yesterday, that the United Nations envoy to Iraq, Jeanine Placer, is interfering in the elections and the results, as if she is the head of the High Commission. Al-Amiri officers said in a statement received by Al-Masala that he received on his office in Baghdad today, Wednesday, the ambassador of the European Union of Iraq, Phil Variola, assuring him that the keenness of the democratic path is the main reason for demanding fair elections and peaceful transfer of power, noting that these elections are worse.
Wow.
Since 2003, proceeding with his fraudulent results. In this way is torpedoing the democratic process of Iraq. He added that we have a great cooperation and good relationship with the United Nations mission, which we believe it is a positive role, but our confidence has begun to be shaken. Now, King Clement said that the world will be shaking and shaking again, right?
Yes.
Could this be the first shaking?
I don't know, Ben.
I don't know, right? Okay. See, that's the thing about the prophetic word. We don't know how it's going to happen, right?
Exactly. This is interesting. This is confidence being shaken.
Yes. So, due to the violations committed by the current head of mission, Jeanine Placer, who interferes in the elections and the results, of she is the head of the High Commission, but rather she is the supreme delegate. In Iraq, has not and will not accept any high delegate and must abide by her specific duty. Meanings, get the hell out of here.
Well,
we are a sovereign country. That's what they're telling them. Did I tell you that they were going to promote sovereign country, yes or no?
yes, you did.
Did I tell you they were going to come out with a sovereign currency, yes or no?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm not contradicting myself, my people. I will show you, I'm going to prove it to you that I'm not contradicting myself. You know, enemies can talk all the crap they want to talk about me, but I never contradict myself. I told you, we're supposed to see a break in the financial system in the Middle East. I told you there need to be a unification of countries in the Middle East. And I told you they're going to come out with their own digital currency. Didn't I say that, yes or no, Karen?
Yes, you did, Ben.
I already told you the three things, the three pillars of the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. And just like I said, I told you, I'm going to give you evidence that today is Christmas in November. Yes.
Awesome. Wow.
Now even Karen is getting very nervous because she doesn't know what I got. She does not know what I got. I don't have to even read the article. I know already. I don't have to read the article. I know it. Just by reading the head, I can tell you, this is Christmas. Yes, people, this is Christmas. So let me come back to this article and I will give you the evidence that today is Christmas in November. You want me to prove it to you, do you?
Yes.
Okay. He added that the seats and the masses protesting the falsification of election results and the theft of their votes are the most peaceful and disciplined since 2003. For his part, the ambassador of the European Union to Iraq, Phil Variola, said that there is a good performance in managing the technical issues of the elections, but does not mean that there is no fraud. So they still want to not give the people of Iraq their own elections. The government of the administration of Joe Biden, through his ex-ambassador, they said to the whole world that we, the people in El Salvador, when we put the parliament in power in El Salvador, they said, the administration of Joe Biden said that the new parliament violated the Constitution. You mean to tell me that some other country will know the Constitution better than Salvadorians?
Interesting.
See?
Yeah.
They want to know, they want to believe, they want the whole international community to believe that they know our Constitution better than we know it. That's exactly what they want to do right now in Iraq. Mm-hmm. The most corrupt organization in the world is now telling the people in Iraq that no, this was not a fair election. We were expecting a fraud. I'm not going to lie to you. We were expecting a fraud because that's what they've been doing it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
True. Yes.
But it just happened that it didn't happen a fraud. I was wrong. There was no fraud. There was an insurrection. And people woke up and they want real changes. So that's what's happening in Iraq. The same thing that happened in Iraq, the same thing happened in El Salvador.
Awesome.
It's a transformation for the new paradigm.
Awesome, Ben.
So, now let's go to the evidence of Christmas in December. Let's review one more time what I've been talking about. I told you that we must have a unification of economies. Yes or no, Karen?
Absolutely, yes.
Unification of economy means that countries needs to get together, make an agreement, and break the financial system in the Middle East. Yes or no, Karen?
Yes, true.
Then I told you that we need to have, what else?
Break in the financial system.
I already mentioned that. We need to have a digital currency coming from Iraq.
Yes.
Why we need to have a digital currency coming from Iraq, Karen?
So there will be competition.
There will be competition with a paper
Yes.
dinar. We need competition between digital and paper. Otherwise, the paper will not revalue. Yes or no?
True.
So, have they come out with a new digital currency in Iraq?
They're not showing it. They're not showing
They're
it.
not
but I
showing
believe
it right now. They're keeping it right now.
Yep.
How do we know that they will come out with a digital currency?
I think they made an announcement, didn't they?
No, they haven't made no announcement.
Okay, I'm wrong there.
So you forgot.
I forget.
They've been building up, setting up everything for the economy to go 100% digital.
That's true.
Okay, they've been coming out with all digital platforms to make a digital currency. Whether you like it or not. And countries has come out and adopted their own currency, yes or no?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
All right. So, number one, we need to have a unification of economies. Number two, we need to have a digital currency so it can compete with a paper currency. Yes or no?
True.
Okay. So, you want evidence that today is Christmas in November? I'm going to give it to you. Iraq submits a proposal to compete with the World economy. Iraq submits a proposal to compete with the world economy. Did they say we want to compete with the United States?
No,
Did they say we want to compete against Europe?
no.
They want to compete against who?
The whole world.
The whole world. Now let's see if they're going to do it by themselves. Okay?
Okay.
Because I told you that they must have a unification of economies.
Yes. And we've been watching for it.
Today, Thursday. What's today, honey?
November the 25th.
Christmas in November.
There you go.
Today, Thursday, the Ministry of Commerce announced that Iraq has submitted a proposal to form an economic bloc of 3 countries.
Oh,
Unification of countries.
yes.
Gurus, kiss my ass. You hear me? Gurus, kiss my ass. I'm giving you evidence. And I'm not contradicting myself.
It's amazing.
Indicating that the goal is to compete with the economies of the world.
Of the world. Wow.
A postman of the Ministry of Commerce, Muhammad Hanoun, said in a statement to the official agency, followed by the National News Center, that Iraq raised during the economy forum for investment contracting in Turkey the importance of forming an economic bloc for a regional country, Iraq, Turkey, and Iran.
Amazing. Wow. So they're uniting.
Iraq, Turkey, and Iran.
I'm shocked.
Indicating that the aim of forming the bloc as economic competitor that competes with the economies of the world because of the economic effects that these countries have. He explained Iraq presented his vision of forming an economic bloc to compete with the economic developments and confront other blocs, noting that the region needs an economic bloc that possesses wealth, money, and labor to compete with the world's economies through economic bloc capable of confronting economic blocs that already exist.
Mm-hmm.
He added that Iraq, through a Ministry of Trade, he added
Oh my gosh.
he added that Iraq, through the Ministry of Trade, yesterday, we saw Iraq wanted to go back to the World Trade Organization. And I say, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Very bad.
It's a very bad thing.
Yep.
Because as long as Iraq is part of this corrupt organization called the World Trade Organization, means that they will not revalue. Mm-hmm. Yes, they want to be part of a competition and they will compete against all the economies of the world, and eventually they will break the financial system in the Middle East, and then they will come out with one currency that is called Iran. I mean, it's called dinar. Dinar. So what's going to happen? Well, Iraq, Turkey, and Iran, they're going to demand countries to buy their own oil with the dinar.
I love it, Ben.
With the dinar. But this is a process. We're just starting the process.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Okay? Put forward an idea in Turkey to form an economic bloc, noting that it will be presented in the form of proposal through the Council of Ministers in the Minister of Foreign Affairs and our commercial attaches. And communication will be made with countries in order to exchange ideas. Information how to form the bloc. We are the qualifications for the ability to face problems. Hanoun noted that the Minister of Commerce seeks for the economy to lead the policy. And therefore, the economy today is the engine of the world's economies. explaining that the first step began in Turkey, and it was an Iraqi message that the economy must play a role in political engines and protecting tool. The region, through compatibility with other blocks, needs resources and wealth in the region.
No kidding.
This is saying needs resources, yes or no?
Oh, yes, it does.
Why? Because God already told that he will deliver all the necessary resources.
And Ben, they're not strong enough to do it by themselves.
Yes.
They must unite. Right?
He has stated that Iraq proposes a great and enormous wealth. He has stated that Iraq proposes great and enormous wealth that allows to be a major economic player.
See? There you go.
Pointed out that there are problems that have had a dimension of economic backwardness and the lack of a clear economic vision. First towards strengthening the economic relationship and then towards the world. Hanun stressed the need for Iraq to return to an important economic player, and all the indicators allow it to be able to compete and enter into one of the important axes that run the wheel of the economy in the world. Remember when the Lord showed me a wheel?
Yes.
You
the
remember
wheel.
that, right? I said, the Lord, I had a dream, and he showed me a wheel.
And we didn't know what it was.
I just didn't know what it was. And now take a look. The need for Iraq to return to an important economic player, and all indicators allow it to be able to complete and enter into the important access to run the wheel of the economy in the world.
Yep, there you go.
That was the wheel that the Lord showed me. The wheel of the economy in the world.
There you go.
And noting that the Iraqi delegation in Turkey stressed the need for international companies to enter Iraq to invest to build factories, importing machines and equipment, relying on the national product, sell capacity, and rehabilitating what? Banks. And this was discussed in Turkey to benefit from the Turkish expertise. He explained Iraq needs well thought out decisions that have the ability to change through economic policy that allows it to benefit from the experience and the competencies of his children. National.
Ben, the fact that they're putting this in print means that it's already begun, that, they're getting more serious about it and they're negotiating, right? Like,
Yes.
they don't tell the public this unless there's something serious.
All right. So since people are very programmed to see everything happen all of a sudden, I don't know why they think that way. This is a
because
process.
the suddenly is more exciting.
Yes, the sudden more exciting. Unfortunately, many people are talking about like that, like the suddenly. Yes, it's gonna be sudden, guys. It's gonna be sudden, but it will be because of a process.
Exactly. Ben.
Okay, it will be because of the process, and this is what I've been talking about, the process. Gurus don't never talk about process.
It's so important, Ben. Everything has to have a process.
They don't have a process. They got bullshit all the time, and that's the way it is. Okay, they don't know nothing about the process because they don't know nothing about the economy. So,
Trucks, right?
yeah. So, what's gonna happen? Well, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. It was no coincidence they came out on November the 25th.
Interesting.
Where
Yep,
Christmas supposed to start in November. So, what's gonna happen next? Did I say we're not gonna have violence in the streets, riots on the streets?
You did. We're going to have it.
I never said that. I never said that we are not gonna have it. We are still gonna have it.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, we are still gonna have it. We're gonna meet the climax. In order for us to have our blessing, they need to have everything in order. Because that's the way the economy works. It doesn't work like many gurus are saying right now. The magic wand. Tomorrow we're gonna exchange, etc., etc. It's not gonna happen that way. It has never been to be happen that way, people. And there's still people out there. They became such a retards, they believe everything. Okay? So I'll give you evidence. I told you that we must have a unification of economies. They have 3 unifications right here, 3 countries: Iran, Turkey, and Iraq. Iraq, Turkey, and Iran. Now they are going to compete against the economy of the whole war. The whole war.
I know, the whole world. Wow.
Okay?
Yeah, which means they have the wealth.
And
They
I
have
even told you that Iran will never allow Iraq to revalue unless they do the same thing. Yes or no?
That's true.
So there is no coincidence that Iran is in this block.
And they're pushing Turkey into it too.
Yes. But we need more. Do we?
Yes, we do.
What do we need?
We need technology is one thing. We need the
No.
structure.
What
Banking
do we
reforms.
need, Karen? According to the prophetic word.
Oh, something.
You're embarrassing me, man. Seriously.
Okay, Ben. Okay, tell us what we need, Ben.
Palestine.
Oh, Palestine.
See
of
that?
course.
Palestine. We need Palestine. The prophetic word of King Clement said it. Okay?
Can Palestine be brought in a different way? Would they reunite?
Look,
with
this
these
is just a proposal, honey. What part of proposal do you don't understand?
I hear you. Okay.
It's a proposal. From this proposal, we're gonna have other economies coming in,
Of course.
including Palestine. Yes, Palestine. That's the way the
need to
Lord
put
said. He
need
says
to put the
Palestine.
structure in place,
Yes, Palestine. Okay, so we're gonna have Palestine coming in. We're gonna have Jordan coming in. We're gonna have all the countries, oil, super rich in the Middle East. And then they will break the financial system in that region, in the Middle East. And then they will come out with one currency to represent the economy, the dinar. Did I contradict myself?
Nope. We're seeing it, Ben. We're seeing it.
You see that? Even
You
the
know,
Lord
it's
told me.
interesting how the prophetic word never looks what we think. It
Even
should
the
look.
Lord told me, and I'm told in all my jets. The Lord told me that we're going to get rid of the dollar in the Middle East, and they were going to charge their oil through the dinar. They were going to force the whole world to use the dinar.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
I told you so. The Lord told me that.
Yeah. You did.
Okay? And did I said we're gonna need Iran to be attacked? No. No.
Looks like
I
they're
don't
being
follow
utilized.
and I don't listen to false prophets. I don't. Okay? I don't follow and I don't listen to false prophets. I listen to real prophets. And I knew the minute that I saw this prophet coming from the mouth from King Clement, I knew he was a real prophet. And how did I know that? Because of the last part of the prophecy. When the Lord tells you the reason why he's going to bless you with a lot of money, so you can help the poor. That's the God that I believe.
That is so 100% correct, Ben. We have to keep our focus
Okay.
on
That's
why
when
we're being given the finances.
that's the reason what I believe. That's the God. That's the Catholic God that I believe. That is the Catholic God that I believe. I don't believe in prosperity gospel. I don't. The more you give to the church, the more money you're gonna get. That is bullshit.
I agree.
Okay? I believe the reason why God is going to bless you because he's going to use you. God is that's the way it is. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you all this wealth, but in return, you're going to help the poor, the lonely, and the hungry. How about
Yes.
that?
That's true.
He's making a deal with all of you. All of you. Now, God is not going to come out like a gangster with a gun in your head and tell you, look, you will make a deal. Do it right now. No, he's not going to do that. But this will be your last chance for you to save your soul. Yes, I've been telling you this. It's going to be the last chance that you're going to do it before Jesus Christ comes back.
And Ben, seriously, the Lord the other day was talking to me very strongly, and he said, there's no delay. They can start now. There's a Bible verse about the loaves and the fishes when Jesus fed 5,000 with just 5 loaves and 5 fishes. You give the little that you have. You can be, you can give a helping hand. You can give your time to someone. You can give encouragement. You don't have to have a lot of money and wait. God wants us to reach out today and to begin today, and he will multiply the little that you have and make it great. The problem is people are waiting for the suddenly, and then suddenly they're going to be able to do all this good works or whatever, and that's a false teaching. That's a false belief. You do it now with the little that you have. Whether if you have nothing, you give of your time. You give of encouragement, whatever it might be.
Yep. So we got Christmas in November, people. I even told you we need to have something either yesterday or today. Yes or no?
Yes, you did, and we've been watching you.
And I made a prayer last night.
Good.
Did you hear the prayer? Because you left.
I left. Yeah, I had to go to work.
Okay. I made a prayer and I told the Lord, Lord, your people is desperate. Lord, your people needs joy. I requested the Lord. I'm not asking you for the RB. I even told you in my Twitter account. Take a look. I told you my Twitter account. I'm not asking you to pray for the RB. I'm asking you to pray for joy.
Yes.
Ask the Lord. Here it is. I'm asking you not to pray for the RB. Pray for joy. Your Father in heaven knows exactly what you need. Try it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank him for what you have.
So the Lord listened to my prayer and he gave you the joy. The joy that you are about to be blessed. The joy that everything we've been talking about in Divine Intel has coming through. The joy that you have stuck in the covenant of the promise of the Lord. The joy that you will be blessed in less the time that you think. That's the joy that I was talking about. I never asked for the RB. I know already he's going to give it to everybody. The Lord will give you that joy that you need to keep your faith strong.
Yeah, sustain your faith. And know that God is in control, Ben, that he is working behind the scenes, that he's setting the stage for what needs to come forth. He has to set the stage in the world stage, and that's what's taking place. There is a battle. Yes, we're seeing that both sides are battling for dominance, but we already know what God is doing, what he's going to release. He has to release it because of the needs of the people, not because we are greedy, because of the needs of the world, that we can be his hands and feet, and we can distribute wealth and education, whatever is needed in this time.
So that's the evidence. The evidence that God is speaking to his people, not just to me, because whatever the Lord shows me is for me to spread to the people that is waiting for this blessing.
Exactly.
Okay? So I'm giving the Lord all the glory. I don't want to take part of this. I really don't. I don't want no praisings to me. I don't want nobody to praise me. I'm just a sinner. I'm the vehicle that the Lord is using for everybody to see that this is real and it's coming, guys. The Lord will use anybody, including a sinner like me, a Catholic sinner.
No one is worthy, Ben. Nobody is worthy. We are worthy only because Jesus is worthy, and and he defeated sin and death on the cross.
So the World Bank expects economic recovery in Iraq. Did they say they expect an economic recovery worldwide? No.
No.
Only in Iraq and also in El Salvador.
Yeah.
But the water will not reach a third of the land in 2050. What do they say this about that? What is this?
The land 2050.
Yeah.
That means there's
Do you know
drought.
what they're talking about here?
They're talking about drought.
Well, why are they talking about that? Come on, use your brain.
Okay, well, without water, there's no crops, right?
Karen,
without water.
Pay attention. Why the World Bank is saying that the water will not reach a third of the land in 2050? Why are they saying that? You don't know?
Because of...
Why are they saying that? You don't know?
No, I guess not. I haven't a lot of ideas.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think, Ben?
What I think, I don't need to think. I know what the heck they're talking about. Climate change. That's what they're talking about. Climate change.
Oh.
The World Bank of Iraq, war in Iraq, Thursday, November the 25th, Christmas in November. The water will not reach a third of the irrigated lands in 2050 if the temperature rises by 1 degree Celsius as expected. The World Bank issued a report stating that in 2050 the temperature will increase by 1 degree Celsius and the precipitation will decrease by 10%, which will cause a decrease in available fresh water by about 20%. And under this condition, the water will not reach nearly a third of Iraq's irrigated land by 2050. He added that Iraq's economic outlook has improved against the backdrop of the recovery in the global oil markets, as the gross domestic product is expected to grow from 2.6% in 2021 to more than 6% in 2022 and 2023. However, without accelerated economic reform and unforeseen domestic and financial risks can cause setbacks. According to the report, the country's economic recovery is partly supported by the government's moves to work on previously recommended reforms and public transfers, as well as the plans to increase the credit for business, a small stimulus effect, leading that 0.9 GDP growth in the first half of 2021, in contrast to 60% contraction the previous year. Higher oil prices shifted the fiscal balance of 2.2% and into GDP surplus, because that's what they've been having, surplus. Increase in central bank reserve by nearly 55 billion, 50 months of imports in the first half of 2021. So the good news coming. That's what they were talking about, climate change. And climate change is a hoax. There is no climate change.
Of course not.
And how do I know that? Well, do your own research. Show me one multimillionaire who has not purchased an island and is not buying any property close to the sea. And I'll believe your bullshit. Go ahead. Prove it to me. All the super rich are buying islands. They're buying properties close to a lake or close to a beach. And why? There is no climate change. The water will not increase the way they're telling you. I went to the future. I know that. See that?
Mm-hmm.
It is a fake. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. They want to lie to you. They're lying to you just like they're lying for you know what.
It's fear-mongering, right?
It's fear.
Yep.
Okay? Will there be any drops? Any draws? Yes, there will be many draws, but that doesn't mean that the sea will not rise.
There's always droughts, man.
There's always droughts, and especially now because the sun is going to for a pole shift. And I've been talking about the pole shift of the sun. It will cause a lot of drought. It will cause holes all around the planet. We're seeing happening. Holes all around. Because
in Canada, there's cities blocked in the west and in the east.
And why is happening this? Because we have a ozone layer that is weakened by a lot of nuclear sites.
Yeah, the roads are collapsing.
See that? And all this information, it comes from them. Yes, from the extraterrestrials. The extraterrestrials told us already what's happening. And everything is happening right now. But they want to lie to you. It's your fault. It's your fault that because you're six in this planet, we're running out of resources. And the climate is changing. Just like the one they want to keep you inside. You know?
Yep.
Hey, don't take my word then. Maybe I should show you a picture. This is a real picture that is coming up in your screen from a billboard. Hey, I'm not making things up. I'm just showing what is showing in Los Angeles right now.
Okay.
They want to keep you inside. See that? So, facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your religion. Facts don't care about your pandemia. Facts don't care about the BS that they want you to believe. Facts are facts. I give you evidence. Show me one guru who has give you evidence other than what they talk about. Verbal diarrhea, that's what they're talking about. Verbal diarrhea is the normally and the narrative of the Nardland. Yes or no, Karen?
Oh, yes.
I can show you all the clowns. I can show you all the clowns and their names.
Yep.
I show you all the clowns and their names and their BS intel. And you're still poor. You are still poor. Think about that. And you still hate me because I'm giving you the truth. I'm not the truth. I'm just giving you what the Lord's showing us, the truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The truth will set us free, Ben.
Yeah.
It sets our minds free. We have to understand, if we can grab hold of a process, if we can start to see the shifting in the world, this is what's happening, the shaking and the shiftings.
Yep.
Right?
So,
like it said, the confidence is being shaken.
yes.
Right?
So one more time.
Things are happening in ways that it's harder to see, but yes, we're seeing it.
All right. So I'm going to give you one more rundown so you take notes. Take notes. What have we accomplished? Okay. So we have done this little PowerPoint to make sure that everybody understands what we have accomplished and what we have not accomplished yet. It's a process. Yes, do we have to celebrate Christmas in November? Yes, we have to celebrate it because now they're making it official. So, have we accomplished unification of our economies, Karen?
Yes, we have, Ben.
What are those countries?
Iran, Turkey, and Iraq.
Iraq, Turkey, and Iran. Yes, we accomplished that. Check. Those are the three countries that we have. Are we saying that those are the only countries that will break the financial system in the Middle East?
No,
We might have another country. What is the other country?
I'm looking for Palestine.
You're looking for Palestine because Palestine is in the prophetic word.
Yes, it
We
is.
might have Jordan coming in. We might have other countries as long as we have a powerful unification. It will break the financial system in the Middle East. And no, I have never contradict myself. Kiss my eyes, kudos. Kiss my ass. So, we check. We already have a check, right?
Yes, we do.
We have the unification of economies. Now, the second question is, do we have competition against the dinar paper?
No, we don't.
We don't have a competition. Have we accomplished a digital currency competition against the paper currency? Digital means that it's controlled by the central bank. Have we accomplished that?
No, we haven't. Ben.
No, we haven't done it. We don't have that. But meaning digital meaning controlled by the central bank. No, they haven't come out with that. I don't know why. We do not have a competition against the paper currency. Or do we? Maybe we do. Right?
Maybe.
Yes. It's not a controlled currency. It is a cryptocurrency, and it's called Hazam. And right now, this currency, it is the number one currency that have the higher demand than the paper currency, the dinar.
There you go.
God works in a mysterious ways. And I told you one long time ago that the new elite told me about the A digital currency, but they never told me if it was controlled or not. They never told me it was controlled or not. They just told me months ago that they were going to release it. And I thought it was going to come from the central bank. So maybe we don't have it the way I wanted to have it, but God is bringing it in competition against the dinar. And guess what? It's losing the battle. The paper currency is losing the battle, people. They have made cryptocurrencies illegal in Iraq. And although it is illegal in Iraq, people keep paying it because their paper currency is a paper crap. It's worthless. You mentioned, Karen, that the other competition could be Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
It is Bitcoin too. Because Bitcoin is the number one currency that's being traded around the world.
It is.
See, that's the thing about God. You know, God works in a mysterious way. So maybe we do have already a competition, and we need to check. Now, we have first the unification of economies. We have the competition against the dinar through this cryptocurrency that is illegal in the country. Have we accomplished the climax?
Not yet.
Have we reached the climax?
I don't think so.
No, we haven't reached the climax. We haven't reached the climax because we need to see riots on the streets. That's what we need.
Yep.
We haven't reached the climax. We need to see the great surrender. No, we have not reached the climax yet.
True.
So we have one more thing. Okay? Regardless of, you might say, hey, but we need the nothing, then suddenly something. Well, I'm going to give you some intel that I still don't have a confirmation. So take it as a rumor. Okay?
Okay.
Take it as a rumor because I don't have confirmation. I don't like to give intel unless I can prove it. I don't like to do that. But yesterday, on the 23rd, actually it was 2 days ago, on the 23rd, they woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock, 3:35 was that time. And these guys were the traders that I have. I have some traders that are working behind the scene in the banking industry. And they tell me the things that are happening in the back with the banks around the world. So they woke me up at 3:35 2 days ago, and they say, Ben, the dinar, the currency, the dinar, the paper currency, the dinar, revalue at 2 cents. And it lasted for 1 hour, and then it went down again. And I said, okay, that's nice. We're going to have a report. We're going to have a news. And he said, we are waiting for something to come alive. We believe that they will release, but I haven't heard anything. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen. That was 2 days ago. We should have something right now. I haven't heard anything, guys. I'm sorry. But I'm just letting you know what they're telling me. Could this be one of nothing? I don't know. I assume that it has to be well known for everybody, right?
Yes. We're assuming that.
We are assuming, right?
Maybe not.
But and how this happened? What did it happen? This revaluation happened? Well, it happens because the banks, they know already that Iraq, the government, is coming out with a new prosperity plan, the white paper. That's why it happens. And the dinar went up to 2 cents and then it went down. They were testing the markets, just like I told you.
That's hopeful, Ben.
Okay? They were testing the markets just like I told you. So, don't take it as an intel. Take it as a rumor because I have nothing to prove it. I literally have nothing to prove it. Other than it was a private intel. It was a private information. Right, Karen?
Yep, it was.
So,
it's still encouraging, Ben.
it's still
Very
encouraging. So we have accomplished 2 things, probably just one, because we still don't know, we haven't heard about this guy. We haven't heard much about this guy. And we know that it's coming. We know that something's going to trigger unhappiness in the streets. We know the Lord showed me a lot of people protesting in the streets of Iraq. And I saw green flags and I saw green smoke. I don't know why I was seeing that. It could be a mystery. I don't know. But we know, and we can agree with Johnny, that we need to see a rise up of the people. We need to see all these people being unhappy, whether it's for the elections or not. I don't care. We have been talking about the same thing, about riots on the streets, going to the green zone, and put pressure on the government so the government can surrender and release the real value of the Iraqi dinar, at least gradually. Gradually means nothing, then suddenly something. That something could be 1 cent, 2 cents, just like they told me, or 3 cents. And once it actually revalue, because of the big demand and the changes that they are planning to do, which is selling their own oil with the dinar, it will bring the dinar to the top, to all the trades around all the markets, and we will see our blessing coming.
You know, Ben, the color green in your dream, green means prosperity. It means go. It means, it relates to finances, really. So it's a positive dream. That was a positive.
Okay. So this is how far we got. And I want to ask everybody to thank the Lord. Thank the Lord for this intel. Yes. Thanks the Lord for his intel. Because I never asked for the RB. I never did. I even asked people, don't ask for the RB. Ask for joy.
Yes.
Because joy is going to strong your faith. It's going to make you a better person, a better human being, a better Christian. Knowing that God is working for you and he's going to bless you on the time that the Lord wants you to be blessed. Not the time that Benny wants you to be blessed. Not the time that Johnny wants you to be blessed. It's going to be on the time of the Lord only. Because the Lord told us already that he's going to do it his way.
And Ben, it's important to embrace the process with hope and joy and thankfulness and just wait.
Exactly. So, for today, I'm going to leave you with that. But I also want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. For those who don't have a family, for those who can barely put a food on the table, that you're watching my show, my praise goes to you. That the Lord will give you peace starting today in this symbolic Christmas in November. I want to thank you and thank all your support And let's see if God is going to manifest in the next days. Because November is not over yet.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens. All I know that this time it is almost 10. I know the Lord is going to manifest. I know it already. I know the Lord is going to shock us all. So let's see what happens. Happy Thanksgiving, Karen. I know that in Canada you guys don't celebrate, but happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's always time to give thanks to the Lord, to be grateful whether we have a lot or a little, to be grateful for our life and the future that God has placed. Each one has a destiny, Ben. Mm-hmm. Each one has a purpose. God has placed purpose within every living being. And we pray today that purpose will be made clear and come forth to take your land and to change your life and the lives around you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I want to thank all of you for your attention. God bless everyone. Merry Christmas and a happy Thanksgiving Day.
Amen.
And I leave you with joy.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, in my prayer tonight, I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice, let me testify. Oh, in my prayer tonight, 'cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice, and I choose. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Yeah, back when I was younger, my eyes were full of life. But now that I am older, I live at the speed of light. Feels like the cycle never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, in my prayer tonight, I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice, let me testify. Oh, in my prayer tonight, 'cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice, and I choose. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Though I walk through the valley in the shadow of night, oh, with you by my side, I'm stepping into the light. I choose. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Joy down in my heart to stay. I need that joy down in my heart to stay. Let it move you, let it move, let it move you. Let it move you, oh, let it move, let it move you. heart to stay. I need that joy, 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 joy down in my heart, down in my heart to stay.